Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato. This is Transport Fever 2, and we are in a brand new part of the map on this here occasion. That is because we will be doing something a little bit unique and a little bit fancy. At least, that's what I plan to do. You can just see in the background over there, there's Kingston upon Beach, and of course, there's the capital city of the map, Burnley. Burnley just in the background there, and closest to us is Taunton, which we haven't really touched for a wee while, but if you'll recall, it was one of the first sort of 3 towns that we actually had a passenger service operational in. We've got the Burnley, Salcombe, Taunton branch, which runs on this line. Anyway, doesn't particularly matter. What I would like to do today is expand upon what happened in Kingston upon Beach. So we ages ago created a Burnley to Kingston upon Beach passenger line. That's not the train. It's that one. Yeah, beach bus on rails. That is the exact ticket that we're looking for. I mean, how old is this train? That must be one of the oldest vehicles in the game, barring none, I would imagine. 197 years old. That is not half bad. But anyway, so that's what we're going to be trying to do. We're going to be trying to replicate a sort of beach train route, but instead of it being on the mainland, it's going to be on the island. That's right. So my goal is to create a ridiculously expensive, of course, because it's me that we're talking about. It's got to be ridiculously expensive, and I want to start down in Witham, sure, and then up to Wareham, and then up to Heanor and Losco, and then over to Grimsby, and then, you know what, maybe we can even connect the route up. But that's the plan. And so this is going to be the destination for the discerning tourist. I mean, Kingston upon Beach, it's a little bit run down, as is evidenced by the fact that the train that operates the service from Burnley is 197 years old. This is, you know, this is going to be a step above that. We're gonna make sure that it's all brand new, high speed track, and we're gonna get a super duper ridiculously fast train to run up and down it. Anyway, so let's get cracking. There's literally no reason to hold back. The good news about doing this is that should we wish to grow any of these towns at a future date, we will of course have the ability to do that, because the important part of what we're doing is putting in the essential infrastructure. And by essential infrastructure, I mean the stations and the track. I think I actually just want to pay the price and demolish that house. Yeah, I think that's just going to make things a heck of a lot easier for me to deal with. I'm going to try and make sure that every station is doubled, and, you know, we'll just keep it at whatever, the 160 meter length. I think that's absolutely completely adequate. Right, so it's actually going to be quite challenging to make sure that we get the absolute maximum speed possible from this high-speed line. So that's going to be the real challenge of today's episode. So I think we need to plan out the tracks in the first instance. Let's try planning out the leftmost track. Now, it's going to primarily be a problem because not of the existing road network, that can be deleted at any moment that suits us. The problem more so is going to be the water crossings, because ideally I'd like all of the water crossings to be underwater, underwater, I guess technically under both in this occasion, but we're gonna have to make sure that we get it entering the ground at just the right moment. Yeah, see, I'm thinking, because there's, you know, there are obviously sort of like land connections. There's bits of land from, I think, from the top of the island right the way down to the bottom. Yeah, I think so. Not over here though. Okay, so there's no land bridge over there. Although in saying that, this area is not particularly deep. So yeah, there's a fairly shallow bit of land everywhere. But the real question is, what's the best way of doing this? I think we want to try and get something like this, and then see if we can sink it down. But the real problem is trying to make it deep enough. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to... Something like that? Would something like that be at all reasonable? That's above land. Yeah, so why does that form a collision? Is that a collision? Ah, I see. It's a collision over there. Yeah. That is a bit of a bummer. But I mean, something like that, like a massive tunnel between those two areas, I don't think would actually be the worst thing in the world. I actually think it would work quite well, and it'll allow us to maintain like just every little mile per hour of speed, or kilometer per hour as the proper term would be. It'll allow us to keep absolutely every inch of speed. Yeah, exactly something like that. I mean, I don't like the fact that the vast majority of this track will be underground. I mean, I like having my trains on the surface. I like showing them off. I think it's quite good. Quite good to see trains, you know, running up and down the countryside. But I don't really think that we've got much choice. Specifically, yeah, we can bring that back. 4.7 million as opposed to 5 million. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. I think that's what we've got to do. Only for this bit, though. Only for this bit is it going to be sort of ridiculously long. Right. Now let's make sure that we give ourselves as much angle as possible, and then we'll just build that. Sure. That road might need to be moved, but I mean, if it does, who really cares? Doesn't particularly matter to me. So I think we should be able to... yeah, should be able to get through there. Brilliant. Okay. That's looking not too bad. And now we need to find a place in Wrexham for this station. Now, because of the nature of high-speed track and the necessity, really, in fact, the absolute what's a term that I can use? The absolute imperative nature, something along those lines, perhaps. The point that I'm trying to make is that we need to make sure that the town is modified basically for the benefit of the station. I'm not super bothered about the residents. That may seem a wee bit awful, but it's true. We need to make sure that we maintain the ridiculously high speed of the track, because otherwise we're gonna have serious problems. Although alternatively, I do have another option. I could just make like a little branch to this station, but I don't think I want to do that. I think the route that I'm going to set up is going to have all of the stations on the island. So 6 buildings will be removed. That seems like a fairly good price. Okay, now will that link up just naturally at 300 miles an hour? I mean, it will if I ditch another very expensive bit of town. It's all right. I got 40 million in the bank. I haven't even needed to speed up time in order to give myself an opportunity to pay off my debt. Okay, so if we have a little look at track speed. Track speed is 300 kilometers per hour the whole darned way. Right, brilliant. Now, this isn't 300 kilometer per hour track. Oh, goodness gracious. So it's just quicker if I ditch that and then rebuild it. But thankfully, it should be very, very easy to do. Stick it down there. Fantastic. Right. Now, the output. That's actually super easy. That was way better than I was expecting. Yeah, we're gonna need another tunnel here, aren't we? I can detect it. Hold on. Did I go left to left? Or did I... Oh, no. Oh, no. This is a bit of a worry, actually. Hold on. Cancel that. I've gone to the wrong side. It's fine, though. Just give me an opportunity to fix this, and I'll fix it. Yeah, so... Main connection interrupted. Yeah. Whatever. I don't think we'll have any issues just doubling up this tunnel over here. bridge pillar collision? No, 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 no. Not a bridge pillar collision. There should be no bridges here. No, we should be 100% underground. Yes, good. Good so far. Yeah. Okay, where does the problem introduce itself? Yeah, this is all fine. All fine. Okay. Not entirely sure what the issue was there, but that's okay. This isn't high-speed track in that station either, but actually probably doesn't make that much of a difference since it is sort of the terminal station of the entire line. Not going to be a big deal. Not going to be phased by that. Right. Let's see if we can ever so slightly adjust this track. Okay, turns out no issues there whatsoever. Absolutely wonderful. Let me just check on the speed. Yep, 300 kilometers per hour. All right. Wonderful. Okay. Double that up, and then let's think about the next tunnel and where we want it to go to. I think this one is going to have to, well, obviously it's going to have some sort of corner. And it's going to have a big sweeping curve. Probably in a tunnel form. I mean, it needs to be in a tunnel form, doesn't it? It needs to look basically something like that. In fact, ideally we want to line it up with... Ideally we want to line it up with another possible bridge. Oh, there's another New Biggin by Sea. Ooh, that's a problem. We'll have to branch that as well at some point. Okay, I mean, this would work as a bridged establishment. A bridged establishment? A bridged bridge. I mean, we could make the world's largest bridge. But it would cost 134 million. And that is, even by my standards, a frivolous waste of money. Right, so how does this look? Yeah, this isn't possible. The tunnel entrance point is over there, but then there's a tunnel exit point, because it seems to me that this part of the water is maybe just the deepest possible part. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. Doesn't look like we've got an issue over here. We can't go any deeper. But we do need to basically go deeper. Okay, so here's the potential solution. The potential solution is that we take back the line over here. There we go. And we see if we can go deeper sooner. Right. Take it around here. Take it around here. Yeah, that's basically where we're aiming for, right? Something like that. Yeah. That's still not deep enough. I mean, it's not far off. It's not far off the depth that we're after. But at the same time, we are far enough away that there is an entire section of track that is just nowhere near the depth that it needs to be. That actually works. That actually works. It doesn't work. That absolutely does not work. I mean, if we make the tunnel longer, does that lead to any less of an issue? It actually looks like if I make the tunnel just a little bit longer each and every time, leads to less of a problem. But now there's too much slope. Okay, I think we're gonna have to do something which is very, very risky indeed. We're going to have to literally make the tunnel ourselves in pieces. So, the first stage. Oh, goodness gracious me. Are we even close? Right, we need to be going down as far as we possibly can. Right, let me give this a little test. So that's still 300 kilometers an hour. Brilliant. Yeah, continue to go down. Yeah, we emerge. We emerge there. even at this fairly aggressive rate of downward trajectory, I just don't think we're going to be able to do it. Yeah, okay. Well, that was a little bit of a wasted endeavor. Let me take this back. So, we now need to decide if we want to just compromise the max speed, which I absolutely don't want to do, or alternatively think about spending some money on either land reclaiming, or alternatively, which I think is what I might do, is that I will reclaim the land up to a point where I'm able to build a full-fledged tunnel under the water. I mean, this you couldn't make it up. We're literally going to fill the land in order to build a tunnel through it. So we're literally filling land in order to dig land out. So this is the route of the tunnel. Am I happy with the route of that tunnel? Yes, this is entirely underwater. Brilliant. This is a very shallow bit here, so we're crossing at the right points. Okay, maybe lined up like that. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so if we do that, then we know where we've got to fill in the land. It's literally just across this this section over here. Okay, so we're gonna have to eyeball it, but well, you know, wish me luck. Right, give me brush size, yeah, strength. Right, this is gonna get real expensive. Can I even do this? Maybe I can't. Maybe it's literally too deep for me to impact. Oh no, hold on. There we go. Alright, so this is gonna cost me a heck of a lot of money. I realize that. But I think it'll be worth it. Okay, it doesn't probably need to be that high. But it does need to be a significant impact to the terrain. Alright, okay. How's that looking? Let me have a crack now. Right, so now that we've got that sort of natural feature in. Okay, first of all, I have completely botched the angle. The angle is, I mean, it's nowhere even near. It's nowhere near where it needs to be. It's not even close. It's not even close. Okay, that is an absolutely horrific job. I would be asking for a refund if I was the construction manager in charge of this. Have increased the length of the tunnel just by a little bit. Okay. Right. So, let me try again. This time, I'm not going to get distracted by anything else. Right. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's okay. That only cost me 4 million. Lovely. Just let the brush glide over the landscape. Okay, I am absolutely ruining this. I'm ruining everything. You know what I'm also doing? I'm also terraforming the land in such a way that at some point it just becomes easier to build like an actual over the land railway across the top here. Okay. But no, I'm still committed to the idea of a tunnel. Right. There we go. Okay. That looks messy, but don't worry, I will tidy it up. I'll be able to tidy it up in a little bit. But just, oh my goodness. That's actually quite a feature. Maybe I'll keep that. Maybe that's something that can attract the tourists. I think that's actually quite good. I wasn't originally sold on it, but you know what now? That's not half bad. That's actually fairly decent. Alright. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little nosy on what's going on. Okay, that actually looks really, really, really good. Yeah. It says there's a collision somewhere, but that might just be up at this end. Or even it might be down at this end. I don't know what the collision is. I don't know where the collision is. But if I move things around... Okay, maybe it's not as I initially hoped. Maybe it's not as positive as I initially hoped. Right, keep going. Right. So I think... Yeah, so there's a tunnel. There's a tunnel being created right over there, which is not good. Because there should only be one tunnel sort of modifier. Can I go deeper? I think I'm going to need to... That looks good, though. That looks really, really good. There's a tunnel bit there. No, it's one huge tunnel. Ah. Apart from that section over there. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay, so I found the problem. There's literally the very tiniest bit of non-tunnel texture over there. Okay, let me try now. Okay, this is good. I'm positive about our prospects here. Okay, so something like that. We can amend in just a second. Let me sink the tunnel down. That was actually raising it up. I mean, that would look absolutely phenomenal, wouldn't it? That would just look absolutely bonkers. Well, perhaps another time, another place. When I have... That would only cost me 12 million? No, I can't bring myself to do it. Oh my goodness. It works at multiple depths as well. Supposedly. No, it needs to be the max depth. That actually legitimately works. And that is a proper, genuine, high-speed tunnel down the entire coast. That is brilliant. That's one continuous tunnel. That is wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. Okay, take it back a little bit. Take it back a little bit. I'm not over the moon about the amount that this costs, and I'm also not over the moon about the fact that it is an entirely single bit of tunnel. It's pretty uninteresting. However, it's done now, and we've actually managed to do it. I simply cannot believe it. That is fantastic. Okay, so now we get to Heener and Losco. Henner and Losco? Heener and Losco? Your guess, ladies and gentlemen, is as good as mine. Actually, your guess may be even better than mine. Right. Okay, so I literally have run out of money now because I've started spending it all on this ridiculous route, but that's fine. Okay, yeah, ditch all of the village. In fact, literally half the village. And then give me a passenger station that I can stick in here. Yeah, actually, that's perfect. Okay, now I don't want to make the mistake that I made last time. Where did I start this off? Left track. Okay, brilliant. So it needs to finish on the left track as well. That's 300 kilometers per hour. Okay, brilliant. Very, very happy with that. I think it would be silly to assume that I will be able to build the second bit of the bridge. There we go. The second bit of the bridge, the second bit of the tunnel. That's obviously something that I'm completely financially unprepared to do at this point. There we go. Let me just sort of recreate the nice country feel of a town which has been completely ruined by massive train developments. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's that. That's all fine. That's all looking good. We've got that entire route set up. I mean, literally, this route is like two tunnels, but we've also created a lovely rock feature as well, which I guess is a nice little bonus. I mean, it is a bonus. I also need to reconnect the main road access for, yeah, this route up over here. I don't even know why it matters, but there you go. A ZIS 155 and what looks to be another tram, presumably? Tram or either electric rail bus. There we go. That is a horrific connection, but at least it stopped the game complaining to me. Hold on a minute. Yeah, can this not be... Can this not be a water connect? Just a regular road connection? It totally can. I don't know why I felt compelled to get rid of that bridge. That was quite a scenic part. In fact, there are a lot of bridges over here. I didn't even build them. That was the game. That was the game's doing, not mine. I just felt compelled. Felt compelled to do it. All right. Anyway, so Heener and Losco now has a connection. That's wonderful. The next stage, the next and final stage, you'll be happy to know, or maybe you'll be unhappy to know, is the route into Grimsby. Now, what is the water situation over here? The water depth. It's not terrible. It's hardly ideal either, though, to be honest. Yeah. Are there bridges? Can you get bridges that run up to 300 kilometers per hour in the game? I think that's to be honest, that's kind of the best case scenario for us if we can make that work. Yeah, but as kind of suspected already, the depth is going to be a problem. The depth of this water is going to be a problem. Yeah. So we're still not deep enough actually in this river here. Okay, the alternative is that we do actually just sort of make a bridge. That's actually not super far off. There might actually be a way to make this work. There might actually be a way to make this work. I mean, I can obviously do a little bit of terraforming, but I kind of don't want to do major terraforming on sort of a main highway, a main waterway. Not like it's being used for anything at the moment, but there you go. Where can I stick my train station in Grimsby? Grimsby train station. And where do we connect back up to the main line? I think it's got to be over here, right? I think we presumably have to get a bespoke high-speed connection up to the Burnley line. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? It's commercial buildings over at this side of the town, though, so the residential buildings are all over here. I suppose we can always just get a tram service. Let's get a tram service set up over at Grimsby. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, I should probably start running passenger services on this line as swiftly as possible to start, you know, recouping some of the many millions that I've ended up spending on this project. Right, okay, well, I think what we're going to have to do very, very carefully is do a tiny little bit of terraforming to try and make this all work. Because I really do want 100 and whatever it is, 300 kilometer per hour track all the way over this way. All the way over to the island. Okay, so this is the line that we're going to take, and that will allow us to put the train station in the residential half of Grimsby, but that doesn't particularly matter because we're going to get some trams anyway. Right, okay, so let's very, very carefully try and get this done. Right, I've got 13 million in the bank, which is a wonderful opportunity to attempt such a daring feat. Already, I've had issues. I'm clicking sometimes, and it doesn't seem to do anything. Alright. There we go. Look at that. That's exactly the right height that we're after. There we go. Fix my previous mistake. Yes. Okay, so if we can guarantee that height, that'd be brilliant. Okay, what I'm going to do, go around this way, and then continue over this way. Excuse me? I will pay. I will pay whatever it takes to try and get this project done. Okay, now that should work. All right, should we give it a crack? I think we should. Okay, that seemed to work a heck of a lot better than just raising the terrain and hoping that hoping at some point it would work. Right, there we go. Get it sunk down. Extend it. Says that there's a collision. It's a collision with the road, so, I mean, that doesn't really count as a collision properly. So, It's a road that I built as well, so let's get that deleted. And then let's have another crack, shall we? Okay. So we want to come in just about there. We want to leave space for another track to run parallel here. And then we want to sink it down, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. There's a collision somewhere. I find it difficult to imagine where that collision could be. Bridge pillar collision. I mean, is it a collision over here? I mean, that looks good. That looks all fine. Yeah, that looks absolutely grand. Where's the collision occurring? Is it the tunnel design? Is it the natural feature design that I've tried and failed to make? Or is it this tree? Try deleting that. Might be that bit of road. Okay. Down, 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 down. Alright. And over here. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing where the issue is here. I am reliably told that there is in fact a collision, but I just don't see it. Yep, it's somewhere. If I try swinging it around, does the collision disappear? It's a bridge pillar collision. This is a problem. This is a problem because if we're not able to do this, then this is the main access point to the island completely scuppered. Okay, well, what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take things into our own hands, which is always an absolutely terrifying prospect. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What is this? Oh, brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So this is all of the upgraded cars. Oh, fantastic. All America gold sand. Wonderful. Okay, well, do you know what that means? That means that we can actually get the battle doof to Grimsby. We can, not the battle doof to Grimsby, the battle doof to Gravesend. That's the one. We can actually get that properly set up. Okay. Let's give that a shot. Okay. No, 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 no. Just keep the height level. Oh, I see kind of what the problem is here. Right, go a little deeper. Says that there's a collision there. Is it a collision with this little bit of land here? Is it a collision with... I have absolutely no idea where this collision is occurring. And there's a collision here. What is going on? Is this bit not deep enough? It looks deep enough. It absolutely looks deep enough. And it was working when we were going even deeper. There we go, so that works. Okay, not entirely sure what's going on here. Let's try. Let's try and build this. Okay, we're building it deeper. I mean, I thought we'd tried this already. Is it maybe like a little bit of a bug because I'm building in like terraformed land? Take it back a little bit. There does seem to be some issue here. I mean, there is obviously some issue here. Okay, try a little deeper. I mean, look, as long as we get across the other side, that's grand. But I really didn't think that it was a depth thing. But apparently it's a depth thing. Okay, well, manually building the tunnel, we should get there. It will require quite an extended upward slope in order to get to where we want to go, but we'll get there eventually. Oh my goodness. Or will we actually get there eventually? Oh, we are so deep that it's actually a little bit of a problem now. Okay, well, you know what? I'm an optimist. There we go. Let's just build it in micro sections. There we go. Brilliant. Oh, fantastic. We did it. We did it. And that doesn't look too bad either. That ain't bad. That ain't half bad. That is actually fairly reasonable, and is pretty much the area that we were hoping to get the train station to come into anyway. The train platform to arrive. The train platform to arrive. The train track was supposed to be in this location. This is where we want it to be. That's pretty darn good. We're gonna get a tram car connection in Grimsby anyway, so that actually worked out just fine. We've not messed around with the terrain, at least not from the surface. You can't see all of the destruction that I have wrecked under the water, thankfully. And the rest of the island holiday destination connection is not looking too bad. Not looking too bad at all. Okay, so, oh man, why is this such a unbelievably challenging route to build? Right. So, I think now we obviously want to get connected up to the main line. That's not happening. I'm not building another tunnel. That's a big no-no. I mean, something like that would probably be okay. If we can just make that 300 kilometers per hour. Yep. But it's gonna be difficult to connect it up to the Burnley route at 300 kilometers per hour. That's for sure. I mean, Burnley, I mean, this track itself isn't even high speedified yet, so I don't know, maybe if I'm just going... Yeah, maybe I'm just a little bit premature in making sure that that's all high speedified. I tell you what we will do, though. I'll link it up to the track over here. Is that going to be possible? That does sort of look possible. There we go. You don't like it, video game, but you'll do it. Okay, so that's 300, pretty much 300 kilometers per hour right into the standard track. Presumably there's going to be a pretty sharp corner up here at some point. I mean, it's a pretty sharp corner, but it does get the job done, and it only slows us down to 229. 229 at the absolute slowest. So, you know, I think... Honestly, for all the faff, I think I'm just going to do it. I know, you know, maybe it's not a genuine sort of high-speed end-to-end train, but it's only really going to start being high-speed once it gets to Grimsby anyway. So I guess there's not really much that's been lost there. Okay. There we go. I knew I could find a place to jewel that track. Okay, I'm actually really happy with how this has turned out. Maybe if the demand is so incredibly huge that we require a fully, like, absolutely 100% high speed connection over to Grimsby, then we can return to that corner and give it another crack and see if we can actually make it 300 kilometers per hour. But as it stands, I don't think it's going to be possible to do that until we bring Burnley up to, like, a high-speed connection. When we bring Burnley up to a high-speed connection, what we can do when we connect Burnley up to Cleobury Mortimer with a high-speed track, because I did talk about this a couple of episodes ago about getting either upgrading this current existing track to high speed, but even that wouldn't really be great because we've still got these massive, really slow, chunky oil trains running up and down here the whole darn time. So I think, to be honest, we're going to have to get a brand new bespoke high-speed track for Burnley. When we do that, when we do that, we will make sure that we consider the needs of Grimsby. I think that's only fair, and then that'll allow us to sort of redo this corner and be able to properly bring high speed to the island, to the islands, multiple islands actually. Right, brilliant. So, do I want to, do I dare see how much this entire underground tunnel thing is going to cost me? Actually, doesn't look like it's going to be that much. Okay, that's good. I don't even know how much that was. Okay, that can't be more than a couple of million. That's actually totally fine. Right, brilliant. And then, oh no, I'm gonna have to demolish a single house. Right, well, you know, needs must. Tourists are important. They're an important source of revenue. Your little town, your quaint little country town that used to be one of only 3 on the island is going to be completely terraformed to make way for my massive tourism plans. It's great. I love it. Alright. There we go. I mean, it cost us a couple of million, but we got there in the end, didn't we? Okay, Wareham, and this town is another one that has been absolutely devastated by my demolishing hand, actually. But that's okay. I will help you rebuild. I'll bring you in a little bit of money. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that. I am, however, going to connect up. I'm going to do that so that we can make sure that the good people of Wareham get the benefit of their brand new station, and also so that tourists can disembark and have a look at the wonderful natural wonder that is the erratic ocean stones of Potato. There we go. That's, yeah, it's yeah, very historic monument. Very historic monument. I'll hear nothing against it. Okay, let's get a tram system set up in Grimsby. Because why not? Yeah, where are we going to want to go? I mean, just straight through the center of town, really. There we go. Wonderful. Anywhere else I'm particularly bothered about? Maybe down here, yeah. Yeah. Literally 2 tram stops is what's needed, I think. Yep, there we go, something like that. That's perfect. And we whap down a tram depot. We can stick down a tram depot. We can actually stick it down all the way over here because this entire road has been upgraded with the brand new tramming tech. Bish, bash, bosh. Line 8. I haven't renamed all of the other lines in the last episode yet, and I haven't even checked the comments, which is utterly horrific. But they will all be renamed. They will all be renamed. So keep suggesting them. Keep suggesting them. I absolutely assure you that by the time the next episode rolls around, they'll all be upgraded. Brilliant. We've got access to a brand new tram. What do we want to do? 60 kilometers an hour? Give me the most expensive tram. I mean, the people of Grimsby have put up with a lot. They've put up with a lot. Is it a type T1? It's a Terminator. Right. We'll buy 2 of them. Put them on line 8. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, so the people of Grimsby... It's quite a big town, actually. Like, geographically, quite a large town for only 204 residents. Alright, well, that, I'm sure, will be changed by the emission levels very, very soon. How much do I have left in the bank balance? I've got enough. Okay, I could buy my vehicle here. And in fact, I can... How fast can I currently go? You go up to 188. You do 177, and you're like a bespoke passenger thing already. You do 125. You do 188. Yeah. Anything faster? 160. I think 188 really is where we go. I don't like it though. I mean, well, first of all, it's horrifically expensive. And also, none of my passenger cars can go up that high. 76 capacity, 180 kilometers an hour. Yeah, so they can go... these passenger things can go up to 180. We need 22 million in order to buy one of these wagons. One of these trains, even. Right, well... Oh, look, our maximum loan has been increased. Well, that is wonderful. That has absolutely made my day. The fact that we've got two train things here. We've got what are the multiple units, right? So this unit does... So this is 13 million. 13 million for 3,360. Whereas this is 6 million for about half. I mean, what I'm really looking for... Would it be better to have two of those? It's literally the same, isn't it? Okay, so it's literally just two engine units. Okay. Brilliant. Well, 22 million well spent. I'm pretty happy with that. I still don't have a line yet. Let me create a brand new line. Also, let me... I was waiting to say repay some of my debt, but no, the game has done that for me. How generous of you, video game. Right, so let's start things off. Let's start things off down in Burnley, because of course Burnley is the center of absolutely everything, and if you can get to Burnley, you can pretty much get anywhere on the map, which is kind of wonderful. Right, now, no, I want to go to the other station, the other platform in Grimsby, I think. No, I want to go to the other platform in Grimsby. Yeah, fantastic. And then we want to go to the next one. Also on the opposite platform. There we go, fantastic. I know that I need to... What the heck is this? What is this? What is this? Excuse... Who authorized construction of an entirely separate tunnel system? Alright. That's a quirk. What's the speed on this line? It's all 300. Alright. I mean, I am... Question mark, question mark, question mark to that one. Absolutely no idea what's going on there. Alright. Heener and Losco. Grand. Now let's continue up here to Wrexham. There we go. That's looking pretty good. And then all the way up to the last station of Whittam. Okay, so that looks grand. Now all we need to do is make sure that we've got an appropriate amount of crossover. And we should only really need like one little tiny bit of crossover. Autosave is doing its thing in the background. Of course it is. Brilliant. Okay. This is an awful lot of effort for what I suspect, anyway, will be one single train for the vast majority of this line's existence. But, hey-ho. Okay. So, after Whittam, we want to come back. We want to stop at Wareham. That's right. And then... Man, this is crazy. Absolutely bonkers. Stop there. And why do you not want to path this way? Could not connect all the stations. Right, well that is a fundamental problem. So is one of these tunnels good and the other tunnel bad? No. Wareham, am I using the right platform? Yeah. Platform 2 at Wareham, yeah. Ah! Okay, brilliant. It's an actually simple issue to fix. Fantastic. Literally just not connected that up. That's absolutely fantastic. Okay, brilliant. Okay, and that actually makes everything work completely fine. I thought for a second there was a problem with one of my unbelievably, ridiculously long, expensive tunnels. But as it turns out, no. Also, yep, absolutely double checking to make sure that that's 300 kilometers an hour. Fine. I mean, this is one of those situations. This is, this is almost as sort of pivotal in terms of, human milestones. It's like the Avatar movies. You know how James Cameron constantly talks about how, you're pushing the boundaries of what it means to use technology. Yeah, that's the same sort of stuff that we're doing here. Grimsby, the other platform. Yep. And then back to Burnley. I don't even care what the platform that you use at Burnley is. Platform 2? I should probably care about that. That is maybe an issue. It's not an issue. Yeah, so we're pushing the boundaries of technology in our own way. And similarly, in a similar sense, I will be making sure that, the technology's not quite there yet for us to get a 300 kilometer an hour train. But when it is, it'll be glorious. It'll be absolutely glorious. Right. I feel less good about putting this train in this depot, because I maybe should have sent it to Burnley in the first instance, but I guess we'll see. Okay, so what have I got? Line 9? That's exactly it. Okay, this is it, folks. This is it. This is where my many millions have been spent. Literally many millions on this unbelievably complex line. Oh, that is good. That is good. I mean, I don't know if these carriages are supposed to go together, but they do look like they belong together, which I must say, I very much like. Right. Let me keep this in the corner here so that I can just constantly repay my loan as it comes in. And then let's watch this monster get up to speed, shall we? Stop 2 of 8. Okay, so fine. You're going to stop at Grimsby first, obviously. And then we'll just take it from there and see where you go. Yeah, so I suspect that you'll probably be able to get up to the maximum 120 kilometers an hour on this bit of track anyway. Already, you're fairly flying, and this is only 1 times speed that we're in. I do like that. I do like that a lot. This line, I presume, is going to lose me a good couple of million until we can get it running at a good, consistent speed. I tell you what, for that reason, I actually might change it up a little. I might make like the holiday line, which is what I'm thinking I'm going to call it, or the beach line, something along those lines. Along those lines. Yeah, tough crowd. Yeah, something like that. I might just get this train to run basically from Grimsby to the islands, and just, have Grimsby as like the terminal station. Now we're going to really see a good old speed increase, I suspect. At least that's what I'm banking on. I mean, it's not blisteringly fast, is it? It's not blisteringly fast. I mean, it's fast, but it doesn't feel that fast. I mean, how much did that whole train cost? That whole train cost me 20 million. And the Pioneer Zephyr, which is basically the same thing, just carries 20 less people, travels at 10 kilometers an hour less, is maybe a more attractive option now. How many people are waiting at Grimsby? Right. Absolutely no one. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. See, I'm not gonna put this train on the line if it doesn't actually get up to the maximum speed. Because as I say, I could have 3 Zephyrs. I could have 3.5 Zephyrs for the price that I paid for this train right here. And at the moment, it sure doesn't feel like we're getting much benefit from this particular vehicle. Right, 2 passengers on this train. Right, well, the real proof is going to be how fast we're able to get up to in this tunnel. Because I figure the longer the stretch of rails that a train has to get up to top speed, the more advantageous it is to have a super powerful engine, right? Yeah, but you see, look at this. Look at this. We're not even getting close to the max speed of 180. Now, the alternative to this is, of course, we just whap a few more, locomotive engines or we reduce the number of carriages. But I feel like that's a losing battle. Like once you start admitting that, you know, you've got too many carriages or you've not got enough locomotives, you know, that's you know, disaster is just around the corner. Right. Well, we'll give the train a tiny opportunity. The last test is going to be up to Wareham. If you can get up to 180 kilometers an hour, you can get up to 180 kilometers an hour in this distance, Mr. Train 49, then you can keep your job. Otherwise, I'm afraid you're out. And you'll be out in favor of the Zephyr. I don't think you're going to do it. I do not think you're going to do it. Yeah, so literally, 177 kilometers an hour is what the Zephyr does. Look at that camera. 177 kilometers an hour is what the Zephyr does. And you didn't even touch 165. That's embarrassing. That's absolutely embarrassing. And that is the longest... Yeah, so between Heener and Lacoste and Wareham, that is the longest unimpeded stretch of track that we have, I'm afraid. So, bad news for you, Train 49. The name, the proud name of Train 49 is going to be reassigned to, well, two Zephyrs, really. There we go. How in debt am I at the moment? I mean, only 2.5 million. Okay, so I was able to repay a 36 million loan whilst we were watching this train. That's wonderful. Yeah, we'll just watch it again just for the sake of it. But I mean, this is ridiculous. This is totally ridiculous. Yeah, this is absolutely overkill for the circumstances. Well, I say overkill. It's not overkill, but it's not what I'm after. It's not what I'm after. What I'm really after is literally just a train that goes super flippin' fast. And I suspect that there will, in fact, well, I know that there will be opportunities to get faster trains in the future. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go manage vehicle. I'm going to edit the vehicle, and I'm literally just going to add on the Zephyr. And then we're just gonna change it around. Streamlined New Mexico coach. I mean, is that the same? No, it's different. Yep, get it replaced. Get it replaced. I'm sorry, it had to be done. Had to be done. And now I think we should have much less of an issue. Right, how much is the Zephyr? Not enough money to clone the train? Really? I surely didn't lose that much money from that whole interaction. I don't think I did anyway. Right, there we go. Brilliant. You're gonna head for Burnley. Fantastic. Okay, actually, you know, this line already seems... Line number 9. It actually already seems reasonably profitable. I think with 2 trains that it'll end up being just grand. I say it reasonably profitable. Obviously, it looks like we've lost a lot of money on it. And, you know, we have. Not to mention the infrastructure costs, which have been, I mean, gargantuan. But, oh, yes. Now that is what I'm talking about. All right, we'll talk about planes in just a second. I want to get my aircraft upgraded. But yeah, I want to keep an eye on you. What maximum speed you're getting to? 108 kilometers an hour, 106 kilometers an hour. That's pretty disappointing, to be honest. All right, suddenly the train 49, the previous train 49 anyway. Suddenly, the previous train 49's 160 kilometers an hour ain't looking too bad. I mean, how... Yeah, mediocre. And the problem is that we do have a fair amount of height changing over the course of this track. So the trains do have to work a little bit harder to try and get up the hills in the tunnel. There are quite a lot of those hills in the tunnel. Right, I think we're just going to leave it for now. It is better value anyway to have these two Pioneer Zephyrs. But I mean, as I say, they're not going to be around here forever. What is this and why Oh, the Zephyr's already gone in. And you've got 41 passengers already. Well, that's brilliant. That is absolutely fantastic. But as I've said, I worry about this stretch of track here. It's very, very busy. And it's, you know, I'm pretty sure the tourists expect a little bit better than just ridiculously slow track. They expect proper high-speed track. Anyway, let's talk briefly about planes. So, the 2 new planes that we unlocked. What did we get? We got a... Excuse me? Are they only able to be used? Yep, they're only able to be used at legitimately big airports. Cool. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I would love to replace Burnley's existing airport. But this is absolutely huge. Oh goodness gracious me. Yay. I tell you what I could do. I mean, I don't know if Burnley's going to get another airport. I feel like it should. But I tell you where we can place an airport. We obviously did this this entire island is all connected up via, you know, brand new high speed track, even though it's not super high speed, not as high speed as I would like it. But that's not to say that we can't connect another island up with an airport or two. Finchley, yeah, it's not an island, that's the mainland. Yeah, so I think Hetton over here. Hetton would benefit from a brand new, state-of-the-art, super duper large airport. It's not a large airport. What is it? It's a large and small passenger aircraft. Okay, I think I am actually gonna have to get. The runway upgraded in wherever it is. What's the place that I'm talking about? Burnley. Yeah. Let's get a tram setup over here. Love a tram setup. Yeah, just get that over there. Brilliant. And let's get the streets upgraded so that we can feed on all of the people. That sounds very nefarious, but wasn't actually meant to be. Okay. And okay. Brilliant. And let me create another completely unnamed line. And that's not the tram route that I was expecting you to take, but that's okay. That's fine. Type 1, let's buy 1. And let's put you on line 10. Brilliant. That's the route that I was expecting you to take. Okay. Yep, let's see if we can try and get a... Where am I going to build it? Where am I going to build this airport? I built that airport over there. I mean, if I was to demolish this airport, can I configure this and get it to be configured? No, I can't, like, get the runway deleted, can I? No, I can't. Okay, so I can't configure the runway. I bet that's coming. I bet that's going to be something that'll change. So, if I was to theoretically, if I was to delete this runway, would I be able to have the space to put another one down? Not really. Not even close, to be honest. I mean, we could put another runway, like, out here. Oh, this is bad terrain. This is bad runway terrain. What about the other side of Burnley? Goodness gracious me. Yeah, what about over here? I think we might end up just actually doing this. I mean, the whole point of this, by the way. The whole point of this is just because I want to use the brand new aircraft. But in fairness, I mean, Burnley is the hub of the world, and it should be treated as such. The thing is that it would be really, really nice to have with up to 2 runways. Oh, we can build up to 2 runways at this airport here. Let me build it, and then let's see if we can try and configure it. Yeah, I'm gonna need more money. Right. Yeah, I think what we'll have to do is we'll have to divert almost all of the air traffic coming into Burnley to this runway. There's also a lot more space over here. It's also got a connection right next to the brand new superhighway. I tell you what, I really do feel like a colossal city planner. That wasn't the word that you thought I was gonna say, was it? Cargo terminal. How do I? Oh no, do I need to build? Oh, I bet you I need to build. Landing direction right hangar, no. Wait, how do I build with up to 2 runways? Oh, I'm with you. So our large aircraft able to take off on this one, small able to take off on this one. I suspect that might be what's happening here, because it doesn't look like we're able to build an extra runway over here. Passenger terminal, cargo terminal. Okay, cool. All right. The problem with moving all of our aircraft over to this airport is that we've already got all of the sort of infrastructure over here to deal with that. I tell you what we can do. Tram test. Let me see if I can modify tram test so that we can add on the extra airport just as sort of like a stop along the route. There we go. Is that something that I can avoid? Can I avoid? I can actually avoid demolishing that house. Brilliant. Right, so do that. That's already got tram test on it. Let me see if I can plop down a bus/tram stop. Perfect. Do that over there. Let's modify tram test. Fantastic. And so that's going to be after Manchester Road. So no, I don't want to. It'll be to New Road. New Road. That's the best name that you could come up with? Actually, yeah, after Manchester Road, that would be grand. Although, let's go via Grove Road first. Yeah, cool. So North Street, we can. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. We've got a fair number of trams on this line, don't we? How many have we got? We got 4, and they're all really, really efficient trams as well. Cool. Perfect. Okay, so I'm thinking what we do is we divert all of the passenger aircraft, right? So all of the first flight traffic will have come to this airport over here. And that is because I think eventually we'll probably transition to this being Burnley Holt being the main passenger aircraft, and then Burnley Branch being the main cargo airport. Probably want to see if we can try and upgrade Burnley Branch to a proper massive airport at some point, but I mean that's for later. Right, there we go. That's looking grand. Burnley Holt has got the brand new service. That's the wrong type of terminal. Yeah, we need to go in and configure this passenger terminal, and it's going to cost us 5 million. Oh, that's a pretty penny, actually. That's a pretty penny for a passenger terminal. Right, brilliant. So this is a complete nightmare to sort this out. Okay, grand. We got that. That's fantastic. Fine. Okay, so that should reorient itself. There shouldn't be any more passengers waiting at Burnley Branch. Yeah, we'll deal with that. We'll deal with that later. A lot of passengers waiting at that platform, but that's okay. Okay. So first flight, that should all sort itself. Cool. And then the most important part of this entire operation was, of course, to get a proper link set up. With this area. Okay, fantastic. What were the 2 aircraft that we got? It was the Lockheed Super Constellation L1049 and also the L1049DH, which is the cargo variant, presumably. well, let's see if we can try and get one of these brand new things. And then we can create a brand new route from here. No. Brand new route. And you know what? We can actually call this one second flight. Since we literally only have sort of 2 passenger... That's stupid. Second flight. Brilliant. And then all the way over here. Right. So, we're growing Burnley. Burnley is the place to be. Burnley is the place to be. Right, let's get this thing onto second flight. And let's have a little look at it. Oh my goodness, would you look at this? Look at what's this grass? Excuse me, can we get the groundskeeper to come and have a little look at exactly what's going on over here? That is some aircraft, isn't it? Oh my god, they don't make them like that anymore, do they? Jeez Louise, no they do not. Speaking of this terminal is very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Right, have we got anyone that's wanting to travel on the aircraft? The brand new Lockheed something. Apparently not. Nobody's willing. Nobody's willing to do that. Literally got 0 passengers. Well, let's watch this thing taxi off and take off and whatnot. And let's also see how unbelievably fast it's able to travel. Because I think it can travel up to 486. I was spot on. 486 kilometers an hour. Alright, brilliant. Slow to a halt. And then start speeding up. What an aircraft. Look at it. I mean, apart from that little strip of grass through the runway. What a lovely island terminal. Also, the fact that the runway comes, you know, with tire marks already inbuilt, bit strange. All right, so up to 157 kilometers an hour at the moment. You're just flying off the edge of the map. That's okay. I won't begrudge you for doing that. Tell you what, this is stunning. Look at the way it catches the light. Oh, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. What a lovely aircraft. Can we have a little look at the pilots? Oh, yeah, there they are. Looking good. They've got a little bit of green felt underneath their feet, apparently. Anyway, let's stick it in 2 times speed. I want to see if you can get up to max speed on this little journey to Burnley. Goodness gracious me. What a gorgeous aircraft, eh? Absolutely stunning. Totally stunning. Right, you do look like you're flying to cruising altitude. And now you should start to, really pick up the pace. Oh, brilliant. Look at this. Look at how fast that is. Oh, that is really, really great. Are you already approaching? You're actually already approaching Burnley. I tell you what, Kingston upon Beach is not gonna love the fact that there's a brand new super loud aircraft coming into land at Burnley Halt. In fact, they're probably just not going to love that airport even one bit. Anyway, that is absolutely stunning. That's brilliant. Right, let me repay all of the debt that I accumulated in order to buy that aircraft and the corresponding infrastructure. I feel like we're not really getting that much bang for our buck here. Slow down the date speed a little bit. I feel like we're not really getting that much bang for our buck because oh look, it only starts to show emission levels once it's low enough. Very, very cool. But I tell you what, when it's low enough, that is some major emission levels. Can we have a little look? What are the maximum? 85? And that's when it's brand new. Well, wonderful. Wonderful. What a saga. What a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful aircraft. That was very, very cool indeed. Yeah, that was great. Unfortunately, though, we don't have a single person willing to ride on second flight as it stands. So that whole thing was for nothing. Even Goodlier, you're on approach. Do we have any first flights? We have any first flight that is supposedly landing here? I don't think at the moment we do. No. No, I don't know where our first flight is. It's not around. There's no aircraft around. So literally an entirely empty aircraft. You know what? Yeah, let's put a 2-minute waiting time on this. Go back to Burnley Halt, eh? Just go back to Burnley Halt. I feel like we should at least give the trams a moment to try and accumulate a few more people. How are we doing on the tram test, by the way? It says we're losing money, although I don't believe it. It's a pretty essential bit of infrastructure for the city. That's first flight. Oh, yikes. Right, you know what? Just go to Hetton South then. Sure. That's fine. You know, look, I tried. I tried to stimulate the demand a little bit. There's 8 people waiting over here. That's something at least. That's something. That's pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy about that. Let's just, before we wrap this episode up, let's just go and have a little look at my brand new, I say brand new, figuratively new-ish, Pioneer Zephyrs. The trains that should be going up and down the holiday line. 31 passengers. It's actually making money. I don't believe it. I actually do not believe it. So you are all the way over here. Whoa. All the way over here in Burnley. And you've got 52 passengers. And you're just about to unload and make me 2.3 million. Wow. Line 9 has got 57 passengers. That's pretty darn good. Tell you what, I should use the other platform for line 9, because I suspect that this honestly will be quite a busy one. There we go. That's you fixed. Even Goodlier. Yep. I'm delighted that we're maybe making money from that. Okay, well, you know what? I don't think I'm going to change. I don't think I'm going to change the route of these Pioneer Zephyr things. I think I'm just going to leave them to go all the way down into Burnley. I like having Burnley as like the majorly connected town. And it looks like we're gonna grow as well. Wow, brilliant. We need more goods. We definitely need more goods over here, but that's fine. How many people have we got waiting? First flight, we've got 1 person waiting. That's honestly nowhere near as many as I would expect, to have, but that's okay. This route that I set up in the last episode seems to be going pretty darn well. The superhighway, by the way, I love having like road infrastructure. It's very, very cool. The other Pioneer Zephyr, the Crossmap Express, also doing a remarkably good job. Crossmap Express needs way more trains, doesn't it? It absolutely does. Man, I love Shifnal. Shifnal, honestly, one of my favorite places. One of my favorite places. I love how it all just works. It's a really, really nice station that we've got over here, and a nice bridge and everything. It's all just wonderful. Man, I am so happy. I am so happy with this playthrough thus far. It's not all gone terribly wrong. Oh yes, we did in fact. Yes. Ages and ages ago, there was a little notification that we got some brand new boats. Now, I smell an opportunity to try and upgrade my living on a prayer line. Let me have a little look. Manage vehicles. So, Boasty McBoatface and then Boaty McBoatface 2 are all on this line. Now, I don't really care about not upgrading these guys. So let's get these guys all upgraded to these. Cost me 15 million. However, capacities will improve dramatically. We're halfway there, has got a ridiculous amount of stuff waiting. Let me see if I can buy... What, like... At least more than 2. Can I only buy 1? That's pretty pathetic. Can I buy 2? Give me enough. There we go. Buy 2 of those and stick these on. We're halfway there. Sure. Yeah, not entirely sure why all of the oil resource is being moved from living on a prayer to the other line, the we're halfway there line. Yeah, not ecstatic about that, to be honest. Not at all. I mean, we're halfway there is important. Don't get me wrong. But it's sort of an optional extra to the bread and butter work that happens at Cogs Hall Oil Refinery. That's what's really important. Look at this, planes banking through the sky, all of my boats going underneath. Oh, this is brilliant. My super highway. Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it? Plastic Fantastic ain't making any money. What the heck is this? These all look unimportant. Maybe apart from the Mercedes-Benz. Oh, 6,600. Goodly. Plastic Fantastic. I think I've got an idea here. I don't like the idea how Plastic Fantastic and Pre-Fueling Shift Null both are losing out. Now, we could of course switch one of those to the other platform over here, but I think what I'm gonna do now, I previously talked about how I didn't want to do that because when we have the goods that come in from the goods factory, I want to make sure that we don't lose any of those because they are much more valuable. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get a brand new terminal station. No tram track. No tram track is required. There we go. And then Plastic Fantastic is going to, instead of going to Shifnal Central, literally going to go over there. And so that should mean that we don't have any overfueling issues whatsoever. Or overfilling issues even. I'm looking for cargo platforms. There we go. And as long as we can make this. I have absolutely no idea what the maximum length of this platform can be. But the longer the better. It's what some people say. Okay, Plastic Fantastic. It uses Shifnal Halt. Uses platform 2. Brilliant. Yes, that's wonderful. Okay. That's very, very good. Very, very happy with that. Pre-fueling Shifnal should be using Shifnal Central. Platform 1. Yep. I'm assuming that is not actually a problem. And I'm sure that we're going to fix that up in just a second. But look at this. Look at this. We're much more effectively using our massive superhighway now, which is great. And pre-fueling Shifnal is now in a very acceptable place as well. You are going to the wrong location, my dude. You need to be going to Shifnal Exchange, not the other end of the flipping universe. And to think that I just bought these brand new boats. Unbelievable. Yeah, and you're doing fine. Fine with the plastic. I could honestly maybe look at getting a couple of these boats upgraded. Plasticier, Fantasticier. Now, of course, we can't let Boating McBoatface be upgraded, but we can let the rest be upgraded, right? Sure. 9 million? Sure, let's do it. Let's get some brand new boats. I love it. Okay, literally every single boat should be either Boating McBoatface himself, herself, I don't know, or a pretty large super tanker, or a brand new Voila. I think that's what they're called, aren't they? Voila, or an Axalp. Yeah, I don't... Whoever came up with the Voila thing, Voila sounds way better than Axalp. It just sounds friendlier, you know? Anyway, we're halfway there. That's okay. That's not looking too bad. Seems that we've got the oil figures under control. We just need to make sure that Cogsall Oil Refinery, yeah, gets all the oil that it needs. It does rather take these boats a long time to dock. Yeah, oh well. That is what it is. Anyway, with the increased number of boats that we've got over here, I'm sure things will become a little bit more fluid. At least that's what I'd kind of be hoping to see. We fixed the plastic fantastic issues. We fixed the overflowing issues. That's real good. Shifnal is looking absolutely immense. In fact, the town must be pretty large at the moment. Yeah, town's not bad. How big's Gravesend? Gravesend, 789. So I think Gravesend still is the largest place. What the heck is going on here? Battle Doof to Gravesend. What? Why are we transporting... Wait. No. Battle Doof to Gravesend should not Gravesend. Literally. Unload this only. At Gravesend. Yeah, so that should disappear. I would imagine. Yeah, even Breadlier Catch. It's all supposed to be going to... Yeah, oh well. Presumably, Breadliest Catch was just directing its resources to the wrong location. That's fine. We fixed that now, though. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. We don't have any debt. Wonderful. The airport over here, a little bit hemmed in at the moment, but we're probably going to have to redo the airport in Gravesend anyway. Alternatively, we might just end up giving Gravesend a second airport, rather like what we've done in Burnley. But certainly, both Gravesend and Burnley, both looking very, very substantial at this moment in time, which I am very, very happy about. I'm also very, very happy about the brand new holiday line, which is now operating, and actually operating at a profit. Look at that. What do you know? You just can't lose money. I literally spent, I must have spent almost 100 million. Maybe not 100 million. Maybe actually 100 million. 100 million on all of the infrastructure, all of the locomotives for this line. And unbelievably, it looks like we are making money. Look at that. Look at that. That is absolutely horrific. I'm trying to drag the slider back, but it's only been in operation for the last couple of years, hasn't it? Oh no, it's because of the autosave. How long has this been in operation? What, maybe 10 years? Since... No, maybe less than that. Okay, no, turns out, no, I literally cannot drag that slider, so it's literally been 3 years. Cool. So, broke even basically on the first year. Lost about 35k. Yeah, lost about 40k. And on the second year, made a 1-point-something million profit, 1.4 million profit. I mean, that's not bad. And that's just train 50, by the way, so that's... disregarding train 49, which is also presumably being profitable. I love it. I absolutely love it. Brilliant. Train number 1. How old is train 1? This must be the oldest train in the world. Only 91 years old. That's nothing. That's nothing. We've seen older buses in this episode. We've seen older trams in this episode. Anyway, we're gonna finish this episode up right about now, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a good one. I've loved it. It's been fantastic, and the game has been very, very, very well behaved throughout the course of this episode today, which is absolutely wonderful. I'm really, really enjoying playing through Transport Fever 2. I don't know why I wouldn't be. It's great. Second flight, by the way. 18 passengers waiting over here. 19 passengers on board. Are we actually about? Hold on. Are we about to make some actual money here? Let's go into 3 times speed just to, you know, just to diddle this thing along. There we go. 19 passengers. How much are 19 passengers worth? A lot. We lost 900,000 last year, actually. Oh, look, wonderful. Here's the first flight aircraft. Okay. 1.4 million. There we go. The more you know. The more you know. Anyway, ladies and gents, thanks as ever to my fantastic Patreon supporters who help make videos like this possible. Yeah, I hope you'll tune in to the next episode of Transport Fever 2. I'll see you next time. Bye.